My name is Matt Dorsey, and I'm a candidate for Democratic County Central Committee on the June 5th Democratic primary. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and try to talk about 3 priorities. I worked on my first Democratic campaign when I was an 11-year-old kid for Carter Mondale and re-elect Ted Kennedy in my home state of Massachusetts. And since that time, I've scarcely missed an election in which I haven't worked for a Democratic candidate, the progressive issue campaign I cared about. I've worked for the Democratic Party itself in different cities and in different roles at the local, state, and national level. And in the early 1990s, I became President Clinton's research director on the National Healthcare Campaign for the Democratic National Committee. I worked for many years after that as a political consultant to Democratic candidates and progressive issue campaigns in 26 states and the District of Columbia. And for the last 10 years, I've had the best job of my career. I've been the communications director for City Attorney Dennis Herrera, which has afforded me an opportunity to work on issues that matter to us as Democrats and that touch on every neighborhood in city and county of San Francisco. I have 3 priorities if I'm elected to the DCCC: HIV, AIDS, and healthcare. I want to make sure that we're focused on what we need to do in November to re-elect President Obama and fight the so-called Paycheck Protection Initiative. And I want to make sure that we're doing more to register young millennial voters and engage in clubs like the African American Democratic Club. I hope I can count on your vote on June.
Hi, my name is Henny Kelly, and I'm running for the San Francisco Democratic County Central Committee in AD 19. I was born into a family, a very religious family. My father was an Orthodox rabbi, and he told me that I did not have to live by the 10 Commandments. That in our family, I had to live by the 613 laws that are part of the 10 Commandments and the Talmud. But he said in our family, there were 615. 614 is thou shalt not cross a picket line, and 615 is thou shalt always vote Democratic. I kept the last 2, not so sure about the other 613. But I did that because I thought that was one of the most important things he instilled in me. The respect for working people and the democratic values that I think the Democratic Party really has. And so I have worked for the Democratic Party since I was too young to vote. And I'm so old that you had to be 21 years old when you got to vote. And I have worked in other ways. I was part of a very important summer for Martin Luther King. The teachers in Chicago asked Martin Luther King to come and help us stop segregation, and I worked with him there. I have been working with the Black community for a long time. I would like your endorsement. Thank you very much.
My name is Dean Clark, and I'm running for the Democratic County Central Committee, District 17. The reason why I'm running is currently I'm really involved within my own neighborhood in Hayes Valley. I'm in the Hayes Valley Neighborhood Association, working the safety board. I've done a lot of work in District 6. I'm the president of the Alliance for Better District 6. I'm on the board for Central City Democrats, and I wanted to expand out further into the city of San Francisco by running for District 17.
Hi, my name is Jason Long, and I'm running for the DCCC in AD 19. I am a lifelong San Franciscan, and I started out in politics in 2004 when I organized a van to go out and register or to canvass for Kerry, and in 2008 I got another van to go out to Nevada to canvass for Obama. My background in politics, so what else do I need to say? Sorry. Vision. Okay, so my vision for the DCCC is one that actually, on top of voter registration and voter education, goes out and into purple counties and purple states and turns those purple states and counties blue. So we have more assembly members, so we can pass taxes and all of the necessary laws that need to go into effect for what we see. I was the president of the Asian Pacific Democratic Club, where we registered 200 voters, and I've been endorsed by Ed Lee, Malia Cohen, Jane Kim, David Chu, SFYD, AADC, and more. So.
Hi, my name is Mary Jung. I'm running for Democratic County Central Committee in the 19th AD. Thank you very much for having us here today. I have been honored in the past to receive the African American Democratic Club endorsement every time that I've run. And so I am hoping that I've done enough work in the community and on behalf of the Democratic Party to garner your support once again this time around. I am a lifetime Democrat. And of course I'm giving away my age, but I first registered to vote in 1972 and actually took some time off college. I was about to start my first day of college and decided, you know what, I think I'm going to go and volunteer for the George McGovern campaign for president. And McGovern just represented all the issues that I thought were important, ending the war in Vietnam, universal health care, the equal rights amendment was being talked about at the time for women, full inclusion of, we called people of color minorities back then, but full inclusion of minorities and women in the workforce. And so that started my road to democratic activism, and my first jobs after that were as a community organizing women and women of color in the pink collar ghetto. Those are the very first service industry jobs that went towards that organized women. And it led to us to breaking the glass ceiling and getting better jobs. So for the last 4 years in the Democratic County Central Committee, I've been the record keeper. You know, every 2 years I mix it up a little bit. I remember during, of course, you never know what's going to come up in politics, right? But what I like best about being on the Democratic County Central Committee is that it gives you an avenue of really taking full control of your activism. And so when Governor Gray Davis was about to get recalled, it was just a small handful of us who took it upon ourselves to organize San Francisco before the governor's office knew what the type of campaign they were running. So that's the type of activist I want to be.
Hi, my name is Kelly Dwyer, and I'm running for Democratic County Central Committee in District 19. And I would greatly appreciate the African American Democratic Club's endorsement. A little bit about myself. I have a background in community work and nonprofit work, along with some various political campaigns in the city. I currently work for the Human Rights Commission as a contract compliance officer, and I help run the local business enterprise program. I'm running for the Democratic Central Committee because I believe children and families are being pushed out of San Francisco, and I want to help do something about that. My 3 priorities would be housing, jobs, and education. And I just want to do everything I can to keep children and families in the city.
My name is Zoe Dunning, and I'm running for the Democratic Central Committee in Assembly District 17. I'm running for DCCC because I love the city of San Francisco. I've lived here most of my adult life, and I love the Democratic Party, and I figure the DCCC is that great culmination of those two things. My vision for the DCCC is an organization that focuses on the similarities of its members and gets out the vote, registers voters, fundraises so we can bring voters and volunteers into the swing states and the swing districts to help Obama win the presidency, to help swing states turn blue, to get the 25 seats that we need in Congress, and expand beyond just the city of San Francisco. I am a retired Navy officer. I retired as a Navy commander after 22 years of service. I'm an Annapolis graduate, and I plan to bring my leadership, my courage, and my perseverance to the DCCC.
I am Scott Weiner. I'm running for re-election to the Democratic County Central Committee in the 17th AD on the east side of town. I am currently in my 4th term. I was first elected to the Central Committee in 2004, so I'm going on 8 years on the committee. From 2006 until 2008, I served as chairman of the San Francisco Democratic County Central Committee. And when I served as chair, we rebuilt the party, rebuilt its finances, registered 15,000 voters, hired great staff, and got the party back on its feet. And in fact, the current executive director of the party, Emily Lowe, someone who I hired when I was chair. So it was a good few years for the party, and I've continued to work very hard to build the Democratic Party, which I've done since I was a teenager. And in my view, the DCCC fundamentally is about registering voters, building the party, getting people out to vote, so we can not only have strong democratic values in San Francisco, but have a strong impact on statewide elections. And so that's what I want to keep on doing. I'm going to do it going forward, and I want to keep doing that work on the Central Committee.